My name is Jensen, Vice President of Hiring. Would it be okay to interview you today?
Sure.
Okay, what's your name?
Dan.
What months of service did you serve
I served in the Army.
in the Army? What was your rank?
E2 private.
Two? Okay. Where did you serve at?
Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri. Leonard Wood.
Were you drafted or enlisted?
Enlisted.
Enlisted?
Enlisted at 17.
At 17? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
Where were you living at the time?
At the time, when I enlisted, I was living with my grandparents,
Okay.
kind of bouncing around. And then I just decided, after military school, it was time to enlist.
Okay. All right. Why did you pick the Army?
I picked the Army because my dad and my uncle and my grandfather were all in the Army. And they had the best thing going for me, and I could be a combat medic, which is what I wanted to follow my grandfather's footsteps.
It was like a family tradition type of thing. Do you recall your first days in the service?
Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Hell.
Yeah. Yeah. What did it feel like? That you kind of.
Honestly, it was the most exhausting thing in the world. Every day basically working out with your entire duffel bag full of stuff.
What was your boot camp and training experience like?
My boot camp was kind of hard. It was rough. That was the first time I'd really been away from my family. And then I ended up getting hurt, and they put me on medical holdover status. So I was a holdover for almost 8 months. So.
And away from family, that's really, really difficult.
It got so bad. It got so bad. I was to the point where I wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah, when you're that young and away from family, how did you get through it?
I kept thinking about my family.
Yeah.
And I met my ex when I was in the Army, and she helped me get through it.
What war or wars did you serve in?
I didn't get to serve in the war, but I would have been in Iraq or Afghanistan.
Where exactly did you go?
In my service, I didn't leave Fort Leonard Wood.
Fort Leonard Wood. Do you remember arriving there and what it was like?
I remember getting dropped. We got off the plane at the airport, and they shuffled us all into the USO. And then the drill sergeants came in and told us to pick up our stuff and go to the bus. Well, we go to the bus, and they told us to put our heads down and don't look up. And if you looked up, they got in your face and yelled at you. And then when you got to the training, when you got to the actual Fort Leonard Wood, all hell broke loose. Drill sergeants ran on the bus, get the fuck off my bus, and just went nuts on us. It was entertaining.
What was your job or assignment?
My job classification was 68 Whiskey Combat Medic, or Healthcare Specialist now.
Did you suffer PSTD?
I didn't suffer PTSD from the military, but I did. I had a rough childhood. That's where I developed my PTSD.
So you have from childhood.
Yeah.
How many casualties were in your unit?
That I wouldn't know. I know a lot of my friends and whatnot that moved on ended up. Some of them died, and I never heard from them again.
What was your most memorable experience?
My most memorable experience was probably the grenade range. The grenade range was a 50 cal range. It was a 50 cal, just the sheer power behind it, and then the grenade. As you threw the grenade, you could feel the whole ground underneath you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. Were you a prisoner of war?
No.
Where were you the day your service ended?
Fort Leonard Wood.
What did you do in the days and weeks after it ended?
For the longest time, I tried to get a job, couldn't get a job. Finally, I was able to get a job, and he definitely put me to work. He had me shoveling under his house. Because I went in there and said I was looking for work. That was my biggest mistake. Shouldn't have ever said that.
So you found employment?
I found employment, but it wasn't real gainful employment. And I'm still struggling to find gainful employment. But also, at the same time, I've suffered from you know, I was homeless when I was with my ex-wife, and that was a struggle for us. And the VA helped us out to get a one-bedroom apartment, and that helped for the longest time.
That's good. So you were able to find affordable housing eventually?
Eventually, but just to afford it on my own, with between all my bills and child support and everything else, there's no way in hell that I can afford it.
Would you care to share some of your circumstances which left you a homeless veteran? But I think you kind of have already, definitely. Do you believe that any veteran